Hi there, my name is Dr. Shahin Kassam, and thank you for joining me today to look at how the constructivist grounded theory process I used within my study was shaped by applying intersectionality as an analytical tool. This presentation will focus specifically on how intersectionality is a powerful approach to advancing the research processes focused on social justice intentions. In my study, I looked at what processes public health nurses used to work with women living with experiences of refugee migrant statuses and mothering in the community. My research design was a novel approach that integrated intersectionality as an analytical lens with constructivist grounded theory. I built this design through establishing congruency between the two approaches. This work is published in the article seen in this slide. The outcomes of this design are also published as a constructivist grounded theory generated through this research process. I focus my attention today on intersectionality and how intersectionality can be used in multiple ways to approach complex issues. In my study, I drew on how Patricia Hill Collins conceptualized intersectionality as an analytical tool. Ways intersectionality can be used as an analytical tool include integrating questions across the research process that relate to how race, gender, class, and other social locations or health determinants can be used. As an analytical tool, intersectionality promotes focus on problem-solving inequities that exist within the data. Objectives of my study were guided by intersectionality and included the following: to understand how race, gender, and migrant status are appreciated within the data, to understand how inequities are embedded within processes used by public health nurses, to understand how networks of broad forces affect care provision and trickle into impacting populations marginalized by systems of power. I discuss outcomes of using intersectionality in two ways within this presentation. The first involves findings from my study, and the second involves reflections on how intersectionality was used. The use of intersectionality as an analytical tool extended my constructivist grounded theory study toward generating social justice-oriented implications and recommendations. In addition, using intersectionality to problem solve pointed to broader systems that tend to go unscrutinized. For example, systems of power influencing healthcare provision were magnified within my study and included global events such as forced migration, constantly changing national health and migration policies, and unstable funding structures influencing health provision programming. Local organizations' commitments to trauma and violence-informed care provision were also highlighted as lacking in structural integration. Nurses were thus left on their own to navigate trauma and violence-informed care provision with limited support. And refugee women were left to self-navigate complicated systems toward accessing care. Another set of outcomes from my study are 5 reflections that surfaced for me in my process of applying intersectionality with constructivist grounded theory. They demonstrate the questions I used throughout my research process and the impact of these questions on my study. They also demonstrate the practical ways in which intersectionality can be used as an analytical tool within qualitative research approaches, such as constructivist grounded theory. If you have any questions or comments about this work, please feel free to contact me. My email and Twitter handle are posted below. I would like to end by acknowledging the 12 public health nurses who participated in this research: Dr. Lenora Marcellus, my doctoral supervisor from University of Victoria, Canada, the Grounded Theory Club out of the University of Victoria, Canada, and my doctoral committee members, Dr. Joyce O'Mani and Dr. Nancy Clark. Thanks for listening. Take care. Bye-bye.